Hey guys, in this week's episode, I plan to show you guys one of my final projects for class. My final project was on motivational interviewing. So, in this episode, I'll be displaying motivational interviewing and showing you guys how it works. Um, with me becoming a therapist, I'm showing you guys me practicing behind the scenes and stuff. So, if you see anything you like or have any critiques or any advice, please shoot it to me. Hey guys, I'm back with another episode of Mental Wealth. This podcast is used to express thoughts, experiences, and lessons. I aim to be as transparent as possible. If you enjoy an episode, please don't forget to like, comment, and tell a friend. Thank you. Hello, I'm Jamir Goodman. I'm a therapist here at Essential Wellness Counseling. How are you?
I'm good. I'm doing all right.
That's good. That's good. Um, Before we get our session started today, I got to lay some groundwork. Um, if you say anything along the lines of hurting yourself, harming others, or harming children, I'm a mandated reporter in the state of South Carolina, and if subpoenaed, I would have to hand over that information. Is that fine with you?
Yeah. Yeah, that shouldn't be a problem.
All right. Um, so what brings you in today?
Um, just been struggling a little bit lately. My mood fluctuates a lot. I have some anxiety, and a lot of that's due to like a work situation, handling stress.
Do you care to elaborate more on the work situation?
Yeah, I mean, I work a really fast-paced job. I have to juggle a lot of things all at once. Um, the decisions that I have to make are pretty heavy sometimes. So I have to feel pretty confident in the choices that I'm making and hitting deadlines and making sure that staff are taken care of, that sort of thing. So it's a lot. And I go on call too, so I have to deal with it after hours and on weekends sometimes as well.
So you're feeling overwhelmed with all the current responsibility?
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, and it's just been like that for so long that um it's just getting really hard to manage it.
Hmm. So how have you been managing this?
Um, Not very well. So that's kind of why I came in. Because I'm not coping the best with it. It wears me down. I don't really want to do anything. Um, I don't really want to hang out with anybody or, be social. Just kind of sit around and watch TV and pass the time.
Can you tell me more about how you cope? What's your biggest stressor right now to you?
Um, right now, kind of just being able to leave it at work and not bring it home when I should be able to turn it off. I feel like it just never ends. It doesn't stop.
And if everything if everything in your work environment were perfect, what do you think would be different?
Um, I think that it would be nice to have more shared responsibility, where I could rely on some other people to kind of carry out some of the tasks. I kind of juggle three different positions at once because we're short-staffed. And so, having additional people to take some of those extra responsibilities would be super helpful.
On a scale of 0 to 10, with 10 being very important and 0 being not important, how important is it to you to get extra help at work?
Oh, at least an 8.
And why not the six?
Um, well, when I had help before, I didn't feel this level of of stress. It wasn't as overwhelming. So I have had those positions filled previously and had that extra help. So to now see that I don't have it, I know that it would be incredibly important to have to make me feel better.
So you're feeling like the extra help can have a drastic impact on the way you feel?
Yeah, I think so. I think so. I think I wouldn't have to pressure myself so much to make sure that I was getting everything done. Um, and I might have to, help these people in these positions. Um, but hopefully they get it and, you know, them helping out ends up taking the load off of me.
I appreciate your openness today.
Thank you. I have a hard time talking about myself.
That's fine. It's completely understandable. Um, well, what things are going well for you at work?
I have a supportive supervisor. So she definitely helps keep my morale up, um, and offers me good feedback. And I do really like what I do. I don't have the time to focus on the things that I really like about it.
And what do you like?
I like helping people. I work with kids, so I like helping them navigate the world and how they feel and how to deal with those big feelings. I've always wanted to work with kids, and it's incredibly hard, but it's rewarding.
Indeed, indeed. Hmm. How much time in your day do you have to yourself?
Well, um, I mean, in the evenings I have time to myself, but I have animals that require, like, I have to get home and I have to take care of them, and then I have to, do the things around here that need done and remember to eat, and you know, so really time that's just mine to decompress is probably just, I don't know, 2.5 hours in the evenings.
And how does this make you feel?
I'm torn because sometimes I think that keeping myself busy and being on the go and having all these things to take care of kind of take my mind off of like wandering and thinking about the stress. Um, Stress at home is just different than stress at work. So, having the animals to take care of and things around here. I live on my own, so I have to kind of take care of all the things. Um, so sometimes I think that being busy is helpful, and sometimes I just really want to turn it all off.
It's completely understandable. Hmm. What does a typical evening look like for you, if you don't mind me asking? And I'm over here taking notes if that doesn't bother you.
Sure, that's fine. A typical evening. So I would come home, I have to take the dog out, um, take care of the cats. And then, I mean, I might have some work that I have to finish up at home, or if I'm on call, I might have to deal with some things just sporadically throughout the evening. I wouldn't know until that kind of happens. Um, Sometimes I make food, and sometimes I'm just too tired to even bother with it. So I might grab a snack or just not have anything. And then, the unhealthy vision or social media, TikTok, mindless activities.
It's completely understandable. We all do a little mindless scrolling throughout the day.
Yeah. Yeah. I really should try to cut that down though. I recognize that I'm on there quite a bit, when it gives you the notification of how much screen time you have.
Most definitely. What are your behaviors like when you're under this stress?
What do you mean?
What is okay? You come home stressed. You're stressed. What is the first thing you do? What is your routine?
I let the dog out first just because she's been in her crate all day. So that's usually my first priority.
Followed by
Um, I try to give her attention before I really like settle in for the evening because she's been all on her own all day. And then usually I'm starting to think about if I want to eat, do I want to make something? Do I have things to make to eat? Um, and then depending on that, like I may make something if I'm in the mood to do that. I like cooking. Sometimes I just don't feel like it, or if I get home late, I definitely don't prioritize that or eating healthy or eating at all.
so what I'm hearing is you don't prioritize yourself.
That's probably pretty accurate. I don't think I've ever really been good at that.
Why do you think this?
I've just always been like a giver or a helper that always has focused on other people.
So you feel like your giving to others has taken away from giving to yourself.
Probably, or at least put as a higher priority.
Completely understandable. It's like you're lacking a balance of focusing on you and you're more concerned with others.
Yeah. And that's kind of what has brought me to this point is I recognize that that's not healthy. The oxygen masks on an airplane, like you have to put yours on first before you can take care of anyone else. So
Yeah.
I'm trying to live up to that now. I mean, I like I said, I recognize that it's a problem and I want to feel better.
Hmm. So what's the first step for you?
And I think this is a big first step. Like I really struggle talking about myself and especially about things that I need or don't do well. I'm my own worst critic, so it's hard for me to give all of those things to someone else. Um, and like I said, recognizing that it's not a healthy pattern for me in the long run.
So you're feeling like your unhealthy thought patterns has helped contribute to get you here today.
Yeah, yeah. And I think that I've always kind of known that this wasn't the best way to do things. But I wasn't ready to like address it within myself, I guess.
Okay, before we get any farther ahead, let me give you a quick summary of what I've had so far. Um, so I'm hearing you have a supportive supervisor, you're stressed at work, but the supportive supervisor helps make everything better for you. You need you need help with your time management and you like helping people.
Hmm. Yeah.
If you had a magic wand and you could wave it and everything be fixed, what would your current world look like?
Oh, wow. Um, that's a tough question. So a big part of it would be probably just getting back to being able to enjoy what I do. Um, I did for a really long time. I was able to, and enjoy my job. And then as things have kind of shifted, it's become harder to do that. So that would probably be one of the first things that I would want, is to be able to get back to enjoying that. Because in being able to enjoy it, it didn't feel as stressful.
It's like you almost didn't notice what was going on.
Yeah, I mean, um, I didn't feel the stress as much because I was getting to enjoy the things that I was doing. And I felt like I felt good about being able to juggle all the things. But now it
So,
just kind of feels like drowning.
so you went from juggling to drowning.
Yeah. And feeling good about the juggling.
Juggling to drowning. When did you notice this?
Probably it's been building for like the last couple years, but within the last year has been pretty tough. But I think that that's, when I lost most of the support at work. So it's gotten just like exponentially harder.
So you're feeling like, so you're feeling like you were previously able to juggle this heavy workload that you had, but as you took a step back and no and thought about yourself, you realized you were drowning.
Probably. I mean, the responsibilities did change a little bit, which impacted my ability to be able to juggle effectively. Um, but it's also kind of taught me that I need to say that I am drowning and that I need help. And I think with that, I am putting myself more towards the front.
I get the sense that you don't know how to make yourself a priority.
Yeah. Yeah. It's kind of uncomfortable even thinking about it
Why is this uncomfortable for you? If you don't mind
because
me
I'm
asking.
I'm not used to it. Like as far back as I can remember. I mean, I've never wanted to be the focus of anything.
So when you feel like you're the focus, that's when you feel the most anxious.
Yeah. Yeah. Like I feel anxious right now, like having to talk about myself and
You're doing a great
flaws or
job.
things that, thank you. It's definitely difficult sometimes, most of the time. But I'm trying to push through that.
What do you feel like you have control over in your life?
Uh, well, I mean, I have control over like my personal life, my home environment. Um, I feel like I do have control in, the social interaction I have or don't have. At work, I don't feel like I have a lot of control.
So you feel the least powerless at work.
Hmm. Yeah. And I think that that's probably why it makes me feel like I'm drowning so much because I can't control any of it. It's like it's spinning out of control.
So in situations you lack control, you feel like you're drowning.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, Let me give you a quick summary of what we went over so far, if that doesn't bother you.
Sure.
Um, you not being in control of situations bothers you the most. Um, if you could fix, if you could, if you could change your current situation, you would have a better work environment for you, so it allow you to be able to relax when you came home. And you often feel overwhelmed with having to juggle versus drowning.
Yeah. Yeah, that seems to sum it up pretty well.
What is what is one thing you want to do for your self care?
I have a gym membership, but I don't go, and I've thought about that.
What's made it so difficult for you to go to the gym?
Well, I've always been a person that like I would like to go with someone. Um, and when my hours are really long, it's a little bit harder to want to go do that. Um, and then like if I'm already working a 10-hour day and my dog's been in her crate, for all that time, and then to take another hour or so after that is difficult. And then, once I get home, I kind of don't want to go back out.
So you're feeling like everything that have to do with life is what makes it hard for you to take time out of your day to go to the gym.
Yeah.
Hmm.
And I know that it would probably be beneficial, but I just haven't taken that step yet.
You got it. You can. You've shown progress throughout this time of us meeting. You've shown consistent progress and striving to get better and better yourself.
Thank you. I appreciate hearing that.
You're welcome. Is there anything else you want to talk about?
I don't think so. I mean, I think that we just in talking has it's kind of helped me, you know, gauge my own understanding and focus on some of this stuff and answering the hard questions of things that I probably need to do a little bit differently.
It's like that for all of us. Um, Looking at my schedule. Did you want to go ahead and schedule another visit?
Yeah, I think I would really like that.
All right. I will get you added to my schedule. And I enjoyed speaking with you today. And you did a great job.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.